In this lecture, we will be recreating this dashboard in Tableau. We are using the sample Superstore dataset for the data. You can find a copy of this workbook as well as the dataset in the resources section of the course. I have provided a link to this view in the Tableau in the previous lecture. So basically what this dashboard lets the user do is they can run multiple different calculations from this one dashboard. They can compare various dimensions against the various measures that we have placed. The dimensions are included in a parameter and as well as the different measures. So the user can change the view depending on what they're trying to look at. So let's say they're trying to see the subcategory, they would select the subcategory dimension. And if they wanted to see the profit by various subcategories, they can click on profit here and they can click on subcategory in the dimension parameter. What this lets the user do is they can create multiple different views. Instead of creating different dashboards, they can just create one dashboard and have all of these different views in it. So let's go ahead and create this in Tableau. So the first thing you're going to do is connect to your sample Superstore dataset, and once you have that done, you're going to be at this screen right here. So what we will do is first we are going to create a basic view. So we're going to bring in our state and sales. So let's bring in state and the different sales. Let's sort this and turn on the marks. Now from here what we're going to do is we're going to create a parameter which is going to have these different measures. So we'll give it a name of c.measures. And since we're working with strings, we'll change the data type to string, click on list, and we're going to list out these different measures. So once these parameters have been listed, go ahead and click on OK and click on Show Parameter Control. Let's change the parameter control into a single value list so we're able to view the names of these measures. And then afterwards we are going to do the same thing for the dimensions. So let's go to the drop down, create a parameter. Let's give it a name of C dimensions. Change it to a string, click on list, and let's list out a few of these columns. So let's type in category, city, customer ID, and customer name. Let's click on OK, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click on the parameter dimensions, click on Show Parameter Control, change it to a single value list, and once we have this done, let's go ahead and try to change this. So as you can see, the changes, as you're making the changes, they're not getting reflected here. The reason being is because these parameters need to be inside a calculation, and we need to put the calculations in our view for the parameters to work. So let's create a calculated field, and we'll give it a name of calculation for the measures. And the way we are going to write this calculation is we're going to write case and the name of the parameter, which is measures, and afterwards we'll write when discount, then give us discount, when profit, then sum of profit, when quantity, then sum of quantity, when sales, then sum of sales. We are going to end this with the end, and afterwards let's see. So when discount, then give us discount, when profit. So we are missing a parenthesis right here. So once we have fixed these errors, go ahead and click on apply, Okay, and we are going to create another calculated field for the different dimensions that we have. So same thing, we'll give it a name, dimensions, and case, the name of the parameter, when category, then give us the category, when city, then give us the city, so once we have the calculation created, we are going to go ahead and click on apply and OK. We will replace these different dimensions and measures with the calculations that we have created. So we will replace the dimension for the state, and then we will put the new calculation right on top of the sales. We will change the chart from a horizontal to a vertical, and let's sort this. So once we have that done, now when the user changes different measures, these changes are going to be reflected on the chart. So the user can say if he wants to see the sales for the city, they can click on city, they can click on sales, and they're able to view the sales for the city. Another thing we're going to do over here before we put all of this into a dashboard is we're going to give the title a name. So the name we are going to give, it will be a dynamic name based on the selections that we have made over here. This way the user wouldn't have to see which selections they made on the measures filter and which selections they had made on the dimensions filter. So we'll go ahead and double click on the sheet, remove what we have here. We'll click on the drop down insert and click on the first parameter. So parameter sales by, click on the second parameter and click on apply. As you can see, now this chart is showing the selections that we have made. So it shows us sales by city. Let's fix the formatting so it pops out a little bit more. Click on apply. Okay, so we also moved the measures over to the colors shelf, and now it shows it's color coded by the amount of sales. So the highest one being the darkest and the lowest one being the lightest. So now if the user selects discount, they're able to view what exactly they're looking at right now. So they're looking at the discount by city, discount by customer ID, discount by customer name, sales by customer name, and so on. So they can dynamically change each of these different values in the measures and the dimensions parameter to create the view that they're trying to create. Afterwards, we can go ahead and bring this in to our dashboard, change this into fit height. Okay, so now the user can select. So this is how you create this view in Tableau.